What I mean is the same guys that speak out about these females end up becoming just like them. So here's what I mean. You know, a lot of the feminine, a lot of the lesser feminine versus the greater feminine, because the greater feminine don't say the things that I'm about to say. They don't say the things I'm about to say in regards to like the way the lesser feminine talk, uh, these typical females that aren't trying to be real women, the way they talk is, you know, they always talk about how they need a provider. And what do a lot of these guys do? You know, they'd be out here talking, you know, like, I don't know. I guess he thinks about her being hypergamous. Some of them agree to the hypergamy. That's one thing. The other thing is he'll go right back and talk about, well, I would be providing her things in such a way if this and that and this and that. And I was like, see, you messed up right there. You used the same words that she just used against you. That's why over here at this channel, I don't speak on a man actually providing a woman anything. A man doesn't need to provide. He only shares what he's worked hard for. That's what I say over here. In regards to anything, a man can make provisions. That means he can make arrangements for her. That's a totally different conversation. Now, how does this tie in with this topic of extortion within the courting? Because one aspect of extortion, y'all, is intimidation. And have not a lot of the lesser feminine been intimidating some of these guys in regards to being a provider, you know, however way that is. And so that causes him to want to behave in a certain manner, as you see with the thumbnail for those on the replay. Uh, you know, it causes guys to behave a certain way now because he might want her, but in order to have her, he's got to provide and be a certain way with her and behave a certain way to keep her. That's actually a form of extortion, y'all. Maybe not in the full sense of legally, but it does line up with a lot of what does pertain to the actual definition of extortion. Okay, it goes deeper than this, and what happens is it does become a matter of force as time goes on, depending on his duration with that particular feminine, and then she ends up getting him for everything that he has. Right? It becomes a sense of force now to where she's using legal force. So what happened to this idea of courting being truly courted? No, there was just the sense of she used the courting for extortion, right? So the sense that he had to provide and do all this when really courting is not really about a man providing. It's really about uh, a woman coinciding with that man as he continues to work hard out there and he'll share because he cares and he appreciates how much she cares based on her coinciding, right? So it goes like that. It goes like to where, you know, you cheer for me, I'm going to be basically taking good care of you. Like that's how it goes, ladies. It's not a given that a man should provide for you just because of your beauty or what's between your legs or between your shoulders, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, that's not the way it goes. That becomes extortion after so long, you know, because if he's feeling intimidated because in order to what, get a chick like you, he has to do this or that, because if not, then normally he can't get a chick like you. You don't think that guys aren't intimidated by that? Guys are, okay? But we can flip this, right? We can flip it. We can flip it. Just for the ladies, we can flip it. Well, it can become a sense of extortion for this guy in regards to your beauty. It shouldn't, because real men don't think this way about a woman's beauty, only typical males. Now, I've known gals that have literally done breast reductions because she might be around a guy that don't like the fact that her breasts are too big. You know, I've many stories about this, right? So stuff like this, and to where even after she did that for him, it wasn't enough. He still left her anyway. So things like this happen. It happens like that. Um, Whereas with a woman, you know, it's just more or less about you reciprocating. You know, that's how it should be. See, I invite you to the table. It's not really more or less about what you bring to the table. Bring yourself to the table. Get it? Bring yourself, your true self. Don't be fake with me. Bring yourself to the table that I invited you to. And don't try to, you know, get me for a stick up when you get to that table. Try to give me to give up ransom right away as you come to that table. But that's what kind of happens if you think about it, just based on the way I hear a lot of people talk out in these spaces. Uh, this guy already coming off like as if I'm gonna provide, but you're speaking out against a girl that merely is telling you you need to provide. So what is it? Okay. That's why I just nip it in the bud. No, it's not about me providing. I only share what I've worked hard for. Okay. I want you to come around me and coincide. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Then I can share some of what I've worked hard for with you. And you can reciprocate, you know, looking out for you, look out for me. But in the sense of more or less like, you got my back like that, you know, when I'm just merely making sure, hey, I take care of someone that's been taking good care of me too, you know. Otherwise, it's just extortion because it ain't about nobody getting taken care of. It's just about things getting taken away. Thanks a million.